Assault Wing Fury perk not working for 4 months. Alright, yes, this is Wing Fury. The perk has been reworked. The new version is damage from melee attacks executed while sprinting or dashing increases by 100%. This part is working. Deals area of effect damage within a 7-meter radius. So this part is not working consistently as far as I know. I really wanted to dig in deep with this bug because A, I want to know what's going on, but B, I also want to give the devs a little bit of pressure to actually fully fix this. Now, some people have said since patch 11 that the area of effect damage is actually working on this, but it is not visual, which is interesting. So I feel like we definitely want to follow up on this. At the very least, the devs need to finish fixing this perk because apparently it's not working with every weapon regardless, which is weird. So yeah, we're going to take a look at how people are adjusting to the fact that Wing Fury is kind of fixed. It is kind of fixed. But yeah, seriously though, the devs need to go back and finish fixing Assault. I do think it's cool that the devs added those running attacks and everything like that, but Wing Fury, it's in a better spot at the very least. I heard that the area of effect damage is actually working. It's just not visual. So this is kind of a weird bug that I hope the devs fix. Not to mention, we're also going to cover other bugs that I hope the devs fix in a hotfix as well. But you got to consider we are in holiday season, or holiday season is coming up, so it might be a bit difficult for them to fix every bug we want them to fix. But yeah, for right now, I mean, finish fixing Wing Fury could be nice, but yeah, we're gonna show the breakdown on where this perk is working and where it is not, because yeah, this is very confusing. Here is a full list of attacks that can trigger Winged Fury. Thunder Hammer, normal dash plus, jump pack dash plus, chain sword, normal dash plus, jump pack dash plus, power sword, both speed and power modes. Interesting, they tried out both of those modes. That's cool. Normal dash, no, it does not work. The power sword normal dash does not work with Wing Fury. However, the jump pack dash does. What? That's confusing. Power axe, normal dash plus, jump pack dash plus, power fist. So yeah, so the power fist is working as well. As you can see, only power sword normal dash is not affected by this. AoE doesn't have visual effect, but it's working. All right, so that's interesting. At the very least, that's good to see. I mean, I've seen a few people in the comment section kind of sick about like dealing with bugs and everything like that. So I think this is still bugged. Obviously, it's still bugged. It needs to work with the power sword, which is fair. And then the AoE visuals, that would be nice as well. But hey, you know what? I got to admit, when I jumped into this post, everyone was kind of freaking out that it still wasn't working. And there is a comment here that is correcting people about that, which is nice, which is very nice. I'd like to see it. I definitely can see this being hot fixable, 100%. Just make sure it works with the power sword. And yeah, make sure we can see the AoE visuals, I guess. It will help. the visuals being there will definitely help. But hey, maybe I need more practice with Winged Fury or something. Because yeah, when I used it, I didn't really notice it, but it's probably because, yeah, the visual bug. But yeah, ultimately, it's still working with every weapon besides Power Sword, it seems. What I find really bizarre about the new Jetpack Dash attack is looking at the damage it does and how that damage interacts with Wing Fury. On one build I was testing using the Xenophase Blade, I got the following numbers. So as we saw above, the Xenophase Blade being a Power Sword, that means the regular dash attack isn't getting buffed by Wing Fury, right? So these are the numbers in case you want to look at them, but the thing that stands out to me is with and without Wing Fury for the Jetpack Dash attack. So 28 damage with the Xenophase Blade with the Jetpack Dash attack, but without Wing Fury. Now, with Wing Fury, the Jetpack Dash attack with the Xenophase Blade does 57.75 damage, doubled again, so maybe Wing Fury just takes whatever the dodge attack's damages and doubles it. Regardless, this makes me shudder to think what the actual code looks like. Yeah, I don't know, man. I am genuinely a little bit confused of what's going on with Wing Fury, but now I'm less confused. I'm very, very much less confused. And honestly, this makes me a little bit more hopeful. At first, when I jumped into this video, I was kind of annoyed because I was like, what, Wing Fury still isn't working? What, dude, the devs are just forgetting about this perk again, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, at least we have the numbers here to prove that it is working at least a little bit. It just doesn't, it doesn't have the visual cue, and it doesn't have the dash attack working with Power Sword. You need the jetpack dash attack, not just a regular dodge attack, I guess. But okay, that's still not that bad. I mean, honestly, the Xenophase Blade is already pretty strong, so I'm not too sure if it's actually upset that it can't get a Wing Fury buff dash attack, but it can still get a jetpack dash attack buffed with Wing Fury. Dude, I need to try this. 57 damage, or no, sorry, yes, 57 damage is not, it's not weak damage. That's pretty good. But depending on the area of effect, I'm not too sure how useful that is going to be, you know what I mean? So, I mean, regardless, Wing Fury is at least worth it if you're using jetpack dash attacks, so that's good to see. Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol seems to be bugged after the new hotfix. So yes, this is another bug I want to cover. I want to see if the devs can get this hotfix. That would be great. I played a few different missions today, and wouldn't you know it, seems our brand new Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol picked up a bug with the new hotfix patch. Before the hotfix dropped today, the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistols perk let you interrupt a reinforcement call just by shooting a Majoris anywhere on his body. If you landed a headshot, it was an insta-kill. Yeah, at the very least, the insta-kill is still working. I have seen clips of this, so that's nice. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice if the weapon did what it said. That has changed, however. The headshot insta-kill is still there, but now the call interruption doesn't work unless it's a headshot. That might not seem like a big difference, but considering its poor accuracy and even worse ammo capacity, this is a pretty big issue. The whole point of accepting the numerous downsides was being able to stop a reinforcement call instantly for classes that lacked access to long-range weapons. Has anyone else noticed this? So yeah, I have seen clips of this, can confirm this bug is around. But you know what's interesting about the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol when they're talking about downsides? I would love to see if this weapon got a accuracy buff because of this reason. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, would an accuracy buff be too strong with the insta-kill effect? Maybe, but I still want to see it. I don't think it'll be too strong. I genuinely don't think accuracy in this game is like super overpowered or anything like that. I mean, unless you're fighting Chaos Spawn, because yeah, that can be a little bit tricky. But ultimately, yeah, I would love to see the devs fix this in a hotfix, for sure. I mean, it's not that bad of a bug, to be honest. And honestly, Saber support is in the comments, which is nice. I wonder... Yeah, you know what? Let's follow up with that. Let's see what else Saber support is keeping an eye on. I want to see if they commented on any other posts regarding other weapons. Death Grasp needs work. All right, so love this Power Fist when it works, but man, I've been using it for the last week, and the Gunstrike perk doesn't always work. I swear it either has a bug that needs patching, or it has some type of cooldown or unspecified condition that needs to be met for the ability to proc. All right, yeah, so if you guys use Death Grasp against Chaos, certain enemies seem to either just ignore the extra gun strike. I think their rubric right there is just outside of range. Like, literally right here might be too far if you guys can see it. But anyway, I've heard people say that this doesn't work on Disc Shaman at all. So I definitely see that being an issue. But yeah, the only reason I even came across this is, first of all, I've heard about this, but this post specifically is because the dev comment. So the devs are aware of this, which is nice. So really frustrated with it, hoping it will be fixed today. Well, let's hope it gets fixed in a hotfix before the holidays. A little problem with a Carnifex spawning on Reliquary. So as y'all have seen, there's a daily hard strat that makes the Tyranid spawn on Reliquary. Well, after fighting through massive hordes and each of us dying multiple times, my team and I made it to a long stretch of the road that you have to run while dodging fire from the Helldrake. Ah, the bridge. Yes, the bridge can definitely be tricky. We made it about halfway before a Carnifex spawned instead of the Hellbrute, and we actually had no problem dealing with it since it has simple attacks, except for when my teammates dodged one of the charges like a bull and a matador, okay, and it fell off the map, locking us from completing the mission after we went through Reliquary for a solid 25 minutes. We were all just standing there at the edge, then we plugged in our mics, expressed our valid frustration, then congratulated each other for making it this far before giving the respect gesture and leaving the game. Moral of the story, try not to let the Carnifex charge towards a cliff edge or all the hard work will be for nothing. I am expertly confused, by the way. How didn't this Carnifex just die when it jumped off the bridge? I don't get it. That is wild. Luckily, I did not see a Carnifex spawn in my run for this, but I can still see this being an issue for sure. So, dude, when it comes to like certain stratagems, a lot of these conditions we definitely have to work around because I feel like they just added in so much. And some of these operations, I'm not too sure if they can handle it, as you can see. So, yeah, that's a pretty good bug roundup. I hope the devs can keep an eye on this last one. This one seems to be the most game-breaking. I mean, the death grass bug is pretty bad as well. But, yeah, this one can brick a run. So that's pretty much highest priority bugs to fix. It's just you don't see Tyranids on Reliquary every day. So, I mean, that's pretty interesting. At the very least, you can circumvent this by just not allowing the Carnifex to jump off the bridge, I guess. Not too sure how achievable that is, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is a pretty good bug roundup. And ultimately, I'm actually glad we did this. I learned more about Winged Fury, which is great. I do think the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol bug and potentially the Death Grass bug, I think those are hot fixable. This last one I'm not sure about, to be completely honest. I've seen other bugs as well, but some of them seem to be not really bugs and just underperforming perks and stuff like that. So I'm not sure, but regardless, it's pretty nice that the Saber support comments on Reddit, like there's a lot of them, which is interesting. They seem to find at least one bug a day, which is cool. So the devs are on top of it. That honestly, I'm pretty happy about that. This is such a weird turnaround for a video because, again, I walked into the Winged Fury conversation reading people saying that it's still broken and everything, and turns out that's not the case. So hopefully we all learned something here today. Let me know in the comments if you know of any other bugs that should be hotfixed. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this, and thanks for watching.